Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Average Joe Podcast. I'm your host. Thank you for listening. This week, before we even start, I just want to thank y'all for coming back and listening. I know I've missed the last week or two. I couldn't find no guests. I guess it's just back being me now, because, Tonyo, it seems like he don't want to do it no more. I don't know. Maybe he's just super busy. I don't know. I haven't really heard from him. But shout out to Tonyo. He's still the homie. But I do have a guest for y'all this week. I was on Twitter, trying to find a guest for this week to record. I know when I first began, I was doing it by myself, but it's just like it seemed like the conversation sounds better when I'm talking to someone else while I'm talking to you all. So I was on Twitter trying to find someone. I stumbled upon this guy who has a podcast of his own. He was in a military uniform. Y'all know I'm in the Army as well. So I just hit him up. We started talking. He was available this weekend. I grabbed him. He's here now. Mr. Mike Ferrell. What's up?
What's up, everybody?
Thank you for coming on, man.
Hey, brother. Thanks for having me, man. Yeah, Twitter Connect was, bam, just like that.
Yeah. So what I do, I was searching, and I clicked on near me.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I seen uniform, hit you up, you hit me back. Start conversating. Now we here.
Absolutely. Yeah, so for me, just so, your listeners have a little bit, I did 10 years in the Army, a couple combat deployments. I was in the infantry, and then I did the Ordnance Corps. I grew up on the East Coast. I'm a Virginia boy. Now I'm out here in San Antonio. My wife, 2 kids. Wife's due with our 3rd any day now.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. We are expecting 2 little boys and a little girl. So, balance, we're done. Thank God for the VA.
Was she pregnant? She pregnant with
the second little boy.
Second son.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're done with kids. I'm over that. 3 is enough. And then right now, my big thing is I'm out being a salesperson and a firearms instructor.
But before we get to that, I got one to ask. I didn't ask you yet.
Yeah.
What was your MOS?
So I did 11 Bravo for the first half of my career.
Mm-hmm.
Jacked up my back and knees, and then I was a 91 Fox, small arms / towed artillery repairman. So I ran shops in Fort Carson, Fort Hood, twice, and then I did in both deployments I was running small arms shops.
Okay.
So yeah, man, everything from
is that unit level?
No, I was a brigade level.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually on Fort Carson, we were corps level. So we were supporting Fort Carson. We were supporting the Air Force College. We were supporting the other Air Force base that's out there in Colorado Springs. And we were, on a daily basis, I would be seeing and fixing between, on a slow day, about 100 weapons. On a heavy day, about 1,000, 1,500 weapons.
You touched that many?
Yeah.
What's that, like sun up, sundown, or what?
So PT, Standard Army PT,
mm-hmm.
9 o'clock till whenever you're finished with the last weapon.
God damn. I was talking to one guy here. I'm supply. My soldiers armor. Couldn't find out the weapon haven't got gauged since he's been here. He's been in the unit over a year. I just got put in the unit in February because I was attached to the band for a year.
Yeah.
Come to find out, this like 2 days before he go on leave. The weapons ain't been gauged yet. So I'm like, lo and behold, come to find out, we don't even have an account set up for the weapon to get gauged. So I say, when had the weapon been got gauged? Long story short, the weapon haven't been gauged since he been here over a year.
That's crazy.
And so now I got to try to set that up. And it's like, the guy told me he do maybe like 15 a day. So you said 100, but he talking about 15. I'm like,
well, so for me, the reason mine was so much is because we had such a big, a ginormous element to support.
Mm-hmm.
We had our brigade, and then like I said on Fort Carson, we were supporting the entire base. We were the main armament section on Fort Carson,
mm-hmm.
and then we had a support battalion who had an armament section but had no armament techs, which is weird.
Where the hell is Fort Carson? I ain't know.
Colorado Springs.
Oh, okay. I didn't know Ben.
It's beautiful out there.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a chance to get stationed out in Fort Carson, take it. It's Man, I had a ball.
You put your stamp on it like that?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know her. You the first person. I had like I said, I was at Brad for 3 years. Then I went to Grafenwehr, Germany for 2 years. Now I've been here 2 years. So, and it'll be 8 years in the military in September.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, if you get a chance to go out there, go out there. Never go to Fort Hood. Fuck that place.
I've never been to Hood.
Don't ever.
Outside I know school, but I ain't never been to Hood.
Man, that fucking place is garbage.
Oh, when I was at Bragg, forget anywhere you go, you hear Hood stories. This is what I say. 40% of all crazy Army stories you hear, it come from Hood.
Oh yeah,
they come from Hood.
Yeah, so, I was there both times. I was there with Major Hassan when he shot it up. Was
that the chaplain or something?
No, he was a psychologist.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go see him that day for therapy.
He's an open fire.
Yeah.
For the people who don't remember the story, can you retell the story?
Yeah, so October 2009, normal day at Fort Hood. I'm standing in the motor pool and stopped to smoke a cigarette because I have a doctor's appointment that day. Stopped to smoke a cigarette. And my platoon sergeant comes out and says, "Hey, there's an active shooter." What the fuck are you talking about, sergeant? This is a military base. How is there an active shooter on a military base? No details. We got locked down from, I think it was about noon till 2 o'clock in the morning. Come to find out the next day, this guy named Hassan, Major Hassan, who was a uniformed officer getting ready to deploy to the Middle East. He was a psychologist or psychiatrist, one of the two. Just snapped. Well, apparently, so when he snapped, he was at the SRP site, the Soldier Readiness Site, essentially where you go when you come back from deployment. They're trying to make sure you're good. So he went to the SRP site, killed 13 people, wounded, 29, and with 2 handguns. He happened to get through main post security. They didn't do a random vehicle inspection. Come to find out later, he had radical Islamic ties. The FBI was looking into him, but didn't say anything to the chain of command at Fort Hood. So, slipped through it. And then.
And you were literally supposed to go see him.
I was supposed to go see him in his office that day.
What time? You don't remember?
I got stopped around 10:30, so I think my appointment was just after lunch at noon. So I was getting ready to go grab lunch and then go see him. But I stopped to smoke a cigarette. That's the only thing that saved my life was the thing that gives you cancer. It's the craziest shit in the world, but it's the truth, funny. Man.
Nah, man, that's crazy. But like I say, it's like 2 out of every 5 stories you hear, crazy stories you hear, it comes from some at Hood.
Yeah.
Some at Hood. I had one of my NCO when I was in Germany. He's out now. He was telling me about this one soldier. His last name was I don't want to say his last name. Maybe I said it in the past, but I don't want to say it now. Now I'm thinking about it. This soldier did drugs. Did drugs. Yeah. Like he said, this soldier did every drug but weed.
God damn.
Because he didn't like the smell or some shit. He did every drug. He said multiple occasions they called him. His soldier is passed out at the barracks, like under a tree somewhere, passed out with a needle in his arm.
Jesus.
Like the boy did every drug. The boy was going AWOL. Come back like the day before they drop you from rolls. He show up, so you can still keep getting paid.
Yep.
So he show up. Now he going back on AWOL.
Yep.
He said the only time he knew that that soldier wasn't going on AWOL, is when his family came to visit. That's the only time he knew. That's the only time he knew he was going to be there.
Damn.
And he's talking about how like he had to march him to extra duty.
Mm-hmm.
So he said one time he marched on the extra duty, right? Told the extra duty NCO, don't take your eyes off him. He will run away. Told him, don't take your eyes off him. He said he was leaving. He said he looked back. He said his soldier just sprinted the other way. Said the duty NCO called him. Like, hey man, where is he? He said, I fucking told you, keep your fucking eyes on him. And he said, and then he said, you know, what happened was reaching stayed so long, Sergeant Major didn't want to give up on him. Sergeant Major wanted to rehabilitate him.
Yeah.
And then he said, first time I got fed up with, like Sergeant Major, you are not there babysitting this dude, you know what I mean?
Every day, yeah.
Every fucking day, you know. It was crazy. I remember asking him, because I just got promoted January of last year. So, a year and a half.
Yeah.
I've been a sergeant. And I remember asking him, this was 2016, so 2 years, maybe 2.5 years ago, before I got promoted. I remember asking him, a soldier like that, there's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no life event that's going to change his life around. There's no mentoring. Like, he's gone. So I asked him, like, because he had multiple soldiers. So I said, when do you give up on him? When do you just stop, you know, waste so much of your time and stuff, you know? And this NCO, I can say his name, Sergeant Wadsworth, who, me and he joke around all the time about every single thing. But with a straight and serious face, he just said, you never give up on him. You never give up on him.
Yep.
Until he's out, you never give up on him. Then he said even now, he randomly messages him on Facebook when I did checks on him.
Yeah.
And he said that this dude had credit cards maxed out. He maxed out one credit card, get another credit card, paid up and all. Then, you know, maxing up and all, just like a circle, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that NCO is right. You don't give up on soldiers just because I had perpetual fuck up soldiers, man. Like, I got promoted in Afghanistan, and the 2 NCOs that I was with were fuck ups.
Here we go.
One was getting ready to be he was getting ready to pick up staff sergeant, and they were getting ready to move him out the company. And then another one didn't give a shit about soldiers. Just all he cared about it was his NCOER.
Oh, yeah, by himself.
Yeah, just didn't give a shit. So I got promoted. I wasn't supposed to get promoted. In fact, there were a couple of officers who didn't like me, who were like, "No, you can't promote Ferrell to sergeant." My company commander was like, "Okay, are you gonna go run the armament section and go outside the wire and do these missions and do fucking service packs on these weapons and go gauging to different places in Afghanistan? Because if you're not, then shut the fuck up. It's my company. Battalion commander's already signed off on it."
Shout out to your old command.
Captain Hill.
Shout out to Captain Hill.
Yeah, Captain Hill and
Lieutenant Colonel Hill now?
No, I think he's out. He's working in Washington now.
Well, shout out to Mr. Hill then.
He and my old first sergeant too. First Sergeant Billingsley, he passed away. He was a sergeant major. Passed away last year, man. He was in a motorcycle accident on Fort Gordon. I was
just sorry, in my head, one of the first thing I said, either downrange or a fucking motorcycle. That's exactly what I said to myself.
Yeah.
Either downrange or a motorcycle.
Yeah, motorcycle accident. And he was turning in to pull in to go home. Mm-hmm. And lady just backed out of her garage and smacked right into him. You know, I knew I was going to be affected when I found out that he died. Dude, I literally got drunk and cried for 2 days. I was only stationed with this guy for maybe a year and a half, 2 years. But it just you have those NCOs where you're like, fuck, if I can be half the NCO that you are, I will credit myself as a success. And Sergeant Major Billingsley was that for me. He just was, don't get it twisted. This motherfucker would call you a bitch to your face. Did not care. But he was also that guy that before I got promoted, I was a fuck up. Like, I wasn't doing drugs and getting in trouble or anything like that, but I just late to work.
Army wasn't number one.
No, not really.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, my music was.
Mm-hmm.
And then
play, sing.
I rap.
Oh, you rap?
Used to.
Oh,
back in the day.
What was the name? What was the rap name?
Napalm. Yeah. So I first sergeant pulled me into his office one day and he was like, "Listen, you know what the fuck you're talking about when it comes to these guns. You know how to run gauging. Pull your fucking head out of your ass and stop being a pussy, and you can make a career in the military." And he rode me and 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 to the point where it's like, okay, the only way I'm gonna get this motherfucker off of me is to straighten up, start giving a shit about PT, start giving a shit about weapons calls, start giving a shit about the Army. And he ensured that I got promoted. So those two guys were probably, in the 10 years I was in the Army, was my best command team ever. Just, if it wouldn't have surprised me if Captain Hill stayed in and made general at all. He was that kind of leader. And Sergeant Major Billingsley, well, Sergeant Major's the last place you can go. But he would have led a brigade or battalion and would have been fantastic about it. So, I learned so much from that shit. And that's at Carson. That was at Carson. Fort Hood, I didn't have any good chain of commands. They were all fucked up. Fort Hood, it seems like I had some good individual NCOs.
Yeah.
Some really good individual NCOs.
Just your overall experience.
But the chain of command in Fort Hood was so fucked up. Just, like, we had this guy named Captain Davis. If you weren't black, he didn't give a shit about you.
Tell me why the same guy told you about Son Wadsworth, he said something similar to that. He was like, cause why he didn't get his 6? He was like, dude, like, they were, you would have made it over there. I'm like, what are you talking about, son? He was half white, half Southern American. His mom's from Chile.
Okay, yeah.
Well, he's from Chile.
Yeah.
Shout out to Son. I miss that motherfucker, man. But he was like, they were like counter racist and like where he was at, and like they looked out for their people. Now it's like, and he like to me, he joke around. Like, I'm like, well, shit. We deserve it for a change, but
yeah.
But you're not the first person to say that though. So
it's crazy.
I'm just letting you know you're not the first person to say that.
It's nuts to me just because, like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, black people in this country have a hard time. I'm not black. I don't purport to know what it means to be black in America.
Are you full white?
I'm half white, half Puerto Rican.
Okay, you speak Spanish?
Yeah, enough to get by.
Man, you just white, man. Oh my goodness, bro. Who's Puerto Rican?
My mother.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Full Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
And you don't speak Spanish?
Like I said, enough that she doesn't smack me in the mouth.
You a disappointment, man. To the family, man.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
So I don't report to know what being black in America is like. I don't have that experience, right? But my thing has always been my mother and my father. My father did 23 years in the Navy, retired as a senior chief. And one of the biggest things that he always...
What's a senior chief?
Senior chief is an E8.
Oh, okay.
Essentially taught me the most important thing about a person is, do they treat you right? I don't give a fuck.
Character.
Purple, black, white, it doesn't matter.
Character.
I've never, everybody... The way you tell somebody who's truly racist, if they can say, "Oh, I have 2 black friends," get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Some of my best friends are black.
Some of my best friends are black. No, that shit doesn't fly with me. I have homeboys who happen to be black.
I
also have homeboys that happen to be white.
I have friends who I relate to. Basketball, women, video games, anime, partying, playing basketball. Like, if you do those things, we are friends.
We're good, yeah.
Like I can relate more to a lot of Southern white boy than some black kids from the West Coast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because on the Southern aspect, we can relate more. You know what I mean? He got us talking that jibber jabber, and people know what the hell he's saying. I know exactly what he's saying.
Grew up with that.
I know exactly what he's saying.
Yeah, and it's the same for me. Like, I hang out with whoever.
People who you relate to.
Yeah.
People you relate to.
I have friends, like, I'm super pro Second Amendment, super pro gun. I have friends who are not. But we're in the military together. And I know, push comes to shove, I bet my balls that you would have my back. Whether you're Second Amendment or not, I know you would fight for me if I needed you to.
Well, just so I don't forget to ask you, I don't have a weapon yet in my house. I plan on getting one. You got a discount for your boy?
I have to look. Actually, you know what? You qualify for our military program. Smith & Wesson or 6 Hour. So, just for an example, right?
I'm not looking for something just to fuck some shit up. I'm looking for something where somebody coming to my house, I'm putting that motherfucker down.
Yeah. I got you.
You know what I mean?
So what the problem with the military is they don't teach you shit about pistols. I know. They don't teach you dick about pistols.
That's 9mm and...
Right? So, people say, oh, 9mm is too small for shit. No. It's not that the 9mm is too small. It's that the military uses ball ammo. Essentially, what that means is that ammo is designed to penetrate and keep going. It's not designed for knockdown power. When I carry a 9mm,
what's the difference? Because I was the army before, but I wasn't like a guru like you are.
There's either ball ammo or hollow point ammo. I use hollow point for self-defense. If for a defense round, it's only hollow point, because what happens is if you shoot a ball round, or what I call range ammo, if you shoot range ammo through somebody, it's gonna over penetrate, and the problem with that is the wall behind you. If that's your kid's room, you're screwed, because it's gonna over penetrate the wall, and it could hit your kid. Now, what a hollow point does is when it's shot and it hits its target, it expands. So the wound channel is going to be ginormous, but it's going to stop the bullet, for the most part, from over-penetrating. When you see people get shot with hollow points, there's not an exit wound for the most part. If you're using, like now I carry a 45. If you're carrying a 45, it's a ginormous bullet. It's a 230 grain bullet. So with some of those, if I'm super close to you, there will be an exit wound, right? But 9mm for everyday carry or self-defense is absolutely the way to go. The ammunition is cheap. The guns are inexpensive, relatively. They're easy to shoot. They're easy to clean. Most of them don't require high maintenance. Most of them you can shoot about 100 rounds through them before you have to clean them. So you know, it's not something that you have to. It's not something that you have to maintain all the time. What I was going to tell you is, if you get a Smith & Wesson 9mm 2.0, that's just the model. It's just a 9mm Smith & Wesson, right? On the civilian side, I want to say you're talking about $529. On military side, you're talking could be $419. So you being active duty military, as long as you have your PCS orders, bring your PCS orders, because that's the only way we can legally sell you a gun. That saves you.
That brought me here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too easy.
Yeah.
That's too easy. Okay.
As long as you have those, you're talking about generally an average of $70 versus what civilians are paying.
$70 for what?
$70 cheaper than what civilians are paying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get something. Like I said, just, you know, because I'm not no super flashy guy. You know, it ain't nothing to, you know. I just want, you know what I'm saying? Because I stay, I ain't gonna tell people where I stay, but you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
It's still San Antonio.
Still fucking San Antonio.
It's still San Antonio.
Still San Antonio.
Even around the military base, it's still San Antonio.
The gate that I live in an apartment complex. Yeah. The gate I stay on behind, it's just a gate. Yeah. It ain't nothing fancy. Ain't no guard, ain't no nothing. Yeah. It's just a gate. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So other than that, we talk about LeBron.
Yeah.
So last time I had recorded, it was the day before LeBron announced he was gonna sign with the Lakers. So shout out to Sean Mullins. Y'all remember Sean Mullins? We recorded with him last time. He's North Carolina right now. Him and his wife just had their second child. I know he just had a son. So congratulations, Sean Mullins. And but yeah, he's a big Lakers fan too. So you are not a Lakers fan.
I'm not a Lakers fan.
You have on a 7.
No, so this is 762ers. Yeah, it's a veteran-owned t-shirt company.
It was a play on the 76ers logo and shit.
But I'm not a Lakers fan.
You're a Knicks fan. You told before we started recording, you're a Knicks fan.
I've been a Knicks fan my entire life.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
But nobody, I don't give a shit. Celtics fan, Knicks fan, Spurs fan. What you can't deny about the Lakers is that they have had some of the greatest players in history.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anyone's top 10, if it's safe to say we have 3 of the top 10 players of all time, easy, without even thinking about it.
I'll give you 4 right off gate. I give you Magic, Kareem,
1, 2,
Kobe, Shaq.
3, 4. Boom. That's what I said without even thinking about it.
That's not including Robert Horry.
Oh, Robert ain't. I'm talking about top 10, top 20 category. So easily I can say Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
The logo, Jerry West.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 5 right there.
Yeah.
5 out of 20. I mean,
The Lakers,
the whole league.
I think here's what I say. Before LeBron came, you guys had Isaiah.
We call him Goat James.
Okay. L.A. Bron. Let's call him
L.A. Bron.
Before LeBron came, you guys probably had your weakest batch of Lakers in a long, long time. Lonzo Ball's trash.
Come on, man.
No, that dude is garbage.
Come on, man.
Garbage.
Come on, he averaged 977 as a rookie.
You have.
He only can go up.
You know who's better than Lonzo Ball?
He only can go up.
Yeah, but that's because he's sitting at rock bottom right now.
You can only go up.
You know who's better currently besides LeBron James for the Lakers?
Who?
Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
That dude is a motherfucking monster.
Yeah.
And Lonzo Ball got the nerve to talk about Kyle Kuzma can't hang with him. He's out of his fucking ever-loving mind.
Wait, what that was in a rap song or something?
It's some bullshit like that.
Oh, man.
Kyle Kuzma's a monster. You also had Isaiah Thomas. Now, he was injured.
Isaiah can go, man. Isaiah can go.
He's gone. He's a nugget.
Yeah, he's a nugget. Yeah, I wasn't rocking him for a minute.
You also got rid of Larry Nance Jr., which is dumb. He was a fantastic big man. Fantastic. Was he small forward, power forward? Yeah. So, Larry Nance Jr., LeBron.
Couldn't shoot.
Yeah, but he's locking down. His defense was what made him. Larry Nance Jr. was averaging, I think, 4 blocks a game.
He wasn't having that many damn blocks. You know how many blocks? 4 blocks a game?
Yes, I do.
No, he wasn't having that many.
Dude, his defense was
look it up. Yeah, no, he wasn't having no damn 4 blocks a game. Keep going.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up, though. Hell no. You know how many 4 blocks a game, man?
I'm telling you, that dude is a monster.
Shit.
Anyways, you guys, before LeBron came, this is definitely the team that has gelled the least, that has liked each other the least. Now, we
was growing. What are you talking about?
We all know Shaq and Kobe had that little beef.
Okay.
Right? But what Shaq and Kobe did better than this Lakers team until LeBron comes in and starts wrecking shop is Shaq and Kobe put their little bullshit off the court shit aside when they played with each other and got rings. I mean, it didn't matter who you moved into the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. You had Gary Payton came, Karl Malone came.
They didn't win the ring. They didn't win championship.
No, but who won the championship? Kobe and Shaq.
Okay, yeah, but okay, here we go. Just to give you this real quick, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Larry Nance averaged 0.8 blocks.
There's no fucking way. That dude was a monster.
He averaged 0.8 with the Cavs, and he averaged 0.5 with the Lakers.
I must have been drunk as shit when I saw that stat.
Yeah, I don't want to tell you talking. You were looking at a career high in block.
Maybe, but I still think getting rid of Larry Nance was dumb. I think he could have been a really good Laker, but he's not. Doesn't matter. LeBron.
That's too many spots. That's too many 4 spots. We got Brandon. We got Kuzma. Now we got Goat James. That's too many 4 spots.
Yeah, but if you put 4 forwards, you have 2 starting and 2 to rotate. You need at least 4 forwards.
We need
because your power. Even if you're naturally a power forward, you can play small forward.
Yeah.
Even if you're small forward, you can play power forward.
If you can handle the ball and shoot the ball, but we already got a great small forward on our team right now. So, but I know Luke used to play Brandon in a lot of positions. He used to play at the 1, 2,
Who do you guys got at your guards?
We got Caldwell Pope, and we got Alonzo, and we got Rondo now.
Okay, Ball of trash. He can go away.
Why you keep? Oh my goodness,
that
you
dude is garbage.
Him.
That dude is super garbage.
No, he got court vision. And that shot is only going to improve.
I hope so, because that shit looks like I've seen fat people in the army with better jump shot than that.
I've seen some fat boy wet that shit too.
Yeah,
I've seen some fat boy wet that shit.
Yes, Rondo, I think, is going to give you guys valuable minutes off the bench, because he's not starting anymore.
In playoff Rondo is something else.
He's nuts. I think LeBron knows this was his only legit shot to beat Steph Curry. Because the Cavs fell the fuck apart.
Yeah.
LeBron was busting his ass.
I don't know, man. I don't think we're gonna beat the Warriors. I just wanted to compete. We're gonna compete. Of course, we're gonna make the playoff again. And then we get more pieces. We got money for next off season. Try to get another big name. So we're gonna be all right, man.
Yeah, I mean the Lakers. Look, the Lakers ain't the Spurs. Spurs fell the fuck apart. We're done.
Duncan Love, fucking Kawhi.
Kawhi is being a little bitch.
And that's he wanna play for the purple and gold, man. Who don't play for the purple and gold?
You know what? I cannot hate Kawhi for wanting to play in LA. San Antonio is a small market city.
Mm-hmm.
We're a ginormous city.
Mm-hmm.
We're not LA. We're not New York. We're not even Chicago or Miami. We're San Antonio. So it's a small city.
What made you from San Antonio?
Huh?
My
wife is from here.
Oh, your wife is from here?
Yeah, my wife is from here. So.
Oh, she's Spanish?
Yeah, she's Mexican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so San Antonio is a smaller market, so I get why you want to play for a big city.
Come on. Do she speak Spanish?
Fluently.
Do your kids speak Spanish?
My son is autistic,
mm-hmm.
And my daughter, she understands it. She will when she gets older.
Since you are retired, do your kid receive any benefits? Any special?
No, because I didn't retire. I just got out.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got out.
They don't provide nothing for.
Well, I get VA disability.
I got for your son.
No. That's all out of pocket, which sucks. But
How old is he?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Are you seeing any progress?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So he is autistic wise. He is what they call high functioning, meaning he can talk, and he can do math, and he's very, very intelligent. There are times where he isolates and pulls away from even me and his mom, and he'll just get zoned out and in his own world, and then he has anger issues to the point where he starts beating on himself. So it's something that he's gonna. I'll put it to you this way: my son is probably gonna be living with my wife and I for the rest of his life. He's never really gonna be independent, which is fine. That's my boy, Oh
yeah, my son, they diagnosed him with acute autism, and he lived with my ex-wife, his mom, and she stationed at Bragg, and so he does like speech therapy and
occupational therapy.
Yeah, no, and the people that come see him almost every day, they work with him. He turns 5 next month. Hopefully, I get to go see him. I drop my leave packet on Monday.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just when you said that, I just wanted to ask because who knows how long I'll be in and.
Well, the good thing is, what I would tell you to do, what I should have listened, but my son didn't. When I got out, my son was barely a year old. And at that young, you can't tell if they have autism.
Yeah, when they had diagnosed him with it, I was in Germany, and that's when they enrolled him in the EFMP program.
Yep. So what I would tell you to do is, if and when you're getting ready to get out, enroll in TRICARE. Keep the TRICARE for your son. You are eligible for it. You just have to sign up for it. And there's only a certain window, I think it's like a year or 18 months after you get out that you're eligible for signing up and transferring your TRICARE benefits. I could be completely wrong about this, but this is what I remember from my ACAP briefing. I just didn't do it because I didn't think my son, no parent wants to think their son's anything.
Yeah.
Right? So
between me and you, I think his mom, she still doesn't want to accept it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember one time I was just like having a conversation with her, and I was like, I wanted my son to, I wanted my son to go pro, play basketball, and she was like, "What you mean he can't? Why you think he can't?" Like, that's we're adults here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she act like I'm anti-Junior. He's Junior. Like, he's my son.
Yeah.
I want everything for him. I want the best for him.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? But she kind of she doesn't really accept it,
Yeah, my wife, it took a little while for her to come around once we got the diagnosis, but she, I told her, I said, listen, he can do whatever he wants, right? And, I grew up, I'm 32. I grew up in a different era. I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, where You weren't told that you could do whatever you wanted. You weren't told that you could fucking, you're a snowflake and you're special and everybody. I wasn't told that shit. I was told, you get your ass up. Because like I said, my dad was a military man. I was now my little brother and I are adopted into this family. And we're 2 of 6 kids. So we were told, get your ass up at 6 o'clock in the morning, clean your room, brush your teeth, take your ass to school. When you graduate high school, you either go to the military or you go to college. Those were my options. There was no, we want to foster your dreams or we want to make. Now, if I had shown interest in athletics, my dad would have held that. But it's a different time now. It's these kids, my kids included, are coddled. They're treated differently. They're treated, I don't know if you would say they're treated better, but they're treated differently. They're treated softer. It's a softer world.
I really, when people be saying about the military or the military is softer or the army softer, I be like, we are somewhat a reflection on society. Mm-hmm. Society got a little softer. We got a little softer. Mm-hmm. Society became a little more okay with transgenders. Not the army more okay with transgenders. Yeah. It's just a reflection of society.
Yeah.
Like, I tell everyone, you keep seeing these states keep legalizing weed. State here, state there. Now, I don't know if it's in effect yet, but the word on the campfire is now they're letting soldiers in, and they have like a forgiveness thing if you ever did do weed in the past. That's what I heard around the campfire. I don't know if it's in effect yet, but one thing I know it. Sooner or later they're gonna legalize in all 50 states. And once they do that, they're gonna have to legalize in the military, and then it's gonna be just like alcohol. You can't do it while you don't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eventually, and I'm pretty sure before I get out, I will see it.
Probably.
I will see it. You know, If you've been in 18 years, you're not gonna see it. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, it's different. You're absolutely right, though. The military is it's a microcosm of society.
Yeah, we're a reflection of it.
Yeah, so society, gay marriage came, and then it happened in the military. Transgender, when I got out, transgenders was just starting to be an issue in the military.
We got classes on it now.
That's crazy. So we didn't even, people would joke, and in the military we have this really dark, fucked up sense of humor.
Dark.
So you would call each other tranny and this, that, and the third.
Man.
And it was just a joke.
Oh,
and that was just a thing.
Son Wadsworth. Every time he saw me, I was a faggot. That's all I was faggot. Yeah. That's all it was. I mean, right now, if I message him right now on Facebook, so what's up, sir? What's up, faggot? Like, yeah.
I was the same way like that with my soldiers in Afghanistan.
Oh,
like,
man.
One of my soldiers would come up to me, hey, Sergeant Ferrell, hey, faggot, why aren't you at parade run? And it was just bullshit, just banter. But now it's different. You can't call somebody a faggot anymore.
Oh, man.
You get roasted. Your military career would be over.
Y'all got to be here. For me even think of saying something like that, we got to be here.
Oh, yeah.
We got to be here.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
But even then, like, if you and I have been serving together, we've deployed together, we've been in the same unit for 5 years together, and we're thick as thieves, right? Some female lieutenant or some transgender lieutenant walks by. And here's me, man, shut the fuck up, faggot. I'm done. Career's over.
Hey,
it's crazy.
They'll come for you, bro.
Like, I used to, when I was in AIT, I haven't told this story in fucking 10 years. So when I was in AIT, they were doing a health and welfare inspection, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 2 female lieutenants were doing it. In my locker, in my wall locker, I had just had a chick in my room, like 30 minutes before. Sent her ass home with the cab. Had kept her panties in my wall locker. The lieutenants opened my wall locker. Private Ferrell, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's my girlfriend. I should write you up. Okay, yes, ma'am. And just put it back in my locker and left it alone. Shit would not happen like that anymore. Not at all. I mean, it's different. Like,
I got a base training one. Before I joined, my homeboy would tell me that his dad gonna give him his Jeep. And I was like, your dad not gonna give you his Jeep. Like, yes, he said he gonna do it. I'm like, no, the fuck he ain't. I said, if he give you that Jeep, shout out to my boy Jock. I said, if he give you that Jeep, I'll give you my left nut. Like, I'll donate my left testicle to you. He wrote me when I was in Vegas saying he got the Jeep. And he said, no homo. He said, I'm gonna need one of them nuts, LO. They call me LO, my initials. Yeah. He said, I'm gonna need that nut, LO. No homo, bro. And so they went through the warlocks, whatever. And my commander, he was reading it. He was like, it's kind of gay, guy. It was funny. This is kind of gay. Yeah. Of course, if you don't know me and know him, you read it like, it's kind of gay. It's kind of gay. Oh, man, to another man, hey, you owe me that nut. I need that nut.
That's kind of gay. But, in the military, like, what...
It's just to get through all the bullshit you go through.
It has to be different.
Oh, man.
Because, like, what people don't understand, when I was in the infantry, gay chicken was a thing. Gay chicken, dog. So when we deployed to Iraq.
Is that like acting like you couldn't do something and then see who chickens out first?
You would sit there and just fucking stand in front of each other and just get closer and closer and closer until you guys were going to kiss. And the first person further away, that you got beat in the arm. You're a faggot. You can't do that shit anymore. Wait,
so the loser just get beat in the arm?
Yeah, the loser, if you moved away, you got, I think it was 10 punches and got called a faggot the entire time.
Yeah. Dang, God damn.
Dude, gay chicken was, but it's so different.
Yeah, have some big white boys.
Oh, corn-fed white boys. Yeah.
That had an 8-second war. Man.
There's this dude, I'm not going to say his name because he got into a lot of trouble in the army, but this dude was 6'5", 289 pounds. And wanted to play gay chicken with everybody.
I see him. I can see him. I can see him now.
And he's like, so he comes into my squad room, and my platoon sergeant was like, Ferrell. I was a corporal at the time. Corporal Ferrell, he's going to want to play gay chicken with you. I was like, he's going to lose. You think I'm going to let this big-ass punch-fed white boy fucking slug me in the arms? Fuck no. And I stood up on a chair, and I got that close to his lips, and he fucking turned his face. I was like, I told you, motherfucker, I'm not letting your big ass punch me in the arm. Shit is not going down like that.
Oh, my goodness.
But it's just different. We have, and it's not just our generation either. Like, my father's generation has fucked up since the humor, the World War. My grandfather.
It's just way to cope with this shit, man.
Like, all the dark shit that you see.
I've never deployed, but like I said, I've been through some things myself. I'm not trying to wait in a barrel mine and enjoy it, but it's just like, we all got stories we can tell, man. Yeah. Well, we got stories we can tell about, story that we've been told, so many things, man. So many fucking things, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different way of life, man, and I miss it to some extent. To some extent, I'm fat and happy, and I got a fucking 3-inch long beard, and I don't have to worry about getting up at 4 o'clock to do PT anymore. I'm good with that. What I do miss is being around my brothers, man. I miss being in the barracks.
That camaraderie, man.
I miss being in the barracks and in the day room so in Fort Hood, they built brand new day rooms and had like 80-inch flat screens on the wall in the barracks. So we would just be in there with bottles. Everybody had a bottle of Bacardi, just playing Madden, talking shit to each other, drunk as fuck, to the point where CQ would come in and be like, hey, y'all need to break it up. Hey, Sergeant, why don't you come get that ass whooped? Come get that ass whooped. So that's what I miss. But like I said, I got 2 kids and one on the way. I'm home every day at 7:30 every night. I don't have to go to work till fucking 9:30 in the morning, so I don't have to be up God hours early. But
you ain't gotta salute some man just because of his goddamn.
Just
because it was on his chest, you gotta. Yeah. You gotta stroke his ego every time you see him outside.
Yeah, I ain't gotta worry about that bullshit. So
man, I remember when I was at Brad and I was in the barracks, and I remember I used to see like a couple soldiers on Tuesday they get fucked up, and I just remember just thinking, cause I was like a pioneer like specialist.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are y'all getting fucked up on Tuesday and on Thursday? When y'all know we got work tomorrow. And then, once I got promoted, and I started doing more, especially since they moved me to my unit that I'm actually in, because I was attached to the band. And I just see like all the bullshit I'm just going through. And I understand why motherfuckers just be getting fucked up, man, on a weekday.
Yeah.
Like I'm a lightweight. So this something I did. I fucked up on. Made the long story short. I fucking put a light set on the back of the truck, and I didn't hitch that bitch down right. But then I take it into the company, went over like a little bumpy road, boom, boom, boom. That bitch popped off, went straight in the fucking back of the fucking truck.
Yep.
And I still haven't heard back yet. Hopefully they don't charge me for it, but that shit happened like back in March. I went home, I got so fucked up off of that shit. Then my soldier, I can't really speak on it.
Yeah.
That's a challenge, you know.
Yeah.
But they say, those are things that build you. You know what I mean?
I mean that, it's to the point that when I was driving over here, I was like, man, I should have brought my bottle of Jack. But I was like, nah, it would be fun. But nah, because, I mean, one, it's the military base. You got to keep some kind of decorum when you're driving and shit around here. Because these MPs do not give a fuck about you. They do not care. And two, it was like, look, first podcast we do together. And like I said, I appreciate you having me on the show. I'm definitely I got to coordinate some time with my house to kick my wife and kids out so I can get quiet in my house, and have you on mine.
Oh, man, of course, man.
But first show we do together, I figured let's do it sober. Let's just have a conversation. Like you said, there's no script, no formats. That's really what my show is too. Like you said, you were listening to it.
Yeah, I was listening. I listened like the first maybe like 6, 7, 8 minutes. I'm gonna listen to it going back to the house because you and your man, y'all did have a good conversation going. Like I told you before we started recording, it literally it sounded like, two guys standing around the cooler, standing outside having a smoke, and just talking about fucking, what was his name? What was the guy's
Palmer.
name? Palmer. They're talking about Palmer, man.
That fucking guy.
Oh, man.
I try not to say a lot of people's names in the military, but that fucking guy, if you really want to hear, like, Elo just said about the stories about Palmer, my podcast is Outside the Wire. It's on Stitcher. I've got it on iTunes. It's just getting approved on iTunes.
Okay.
It's just Outside the Wire.
Is it on YouTube?
No.
Put it on YouTube.
I gotta find a podcast host because right now I'm using SoundCloud.
I use Spreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Spreaker. I don't know how. Put it on YouTube. Cause YouTube, everyone has YouTube.
Yeah.
Everyone's not gonna control me. I be trying to get people to listen to it. Everyone's not gonna download Stitcher or even download the iTunes podcast on an Apple phone.
Yeah.
But everyone has YouTube.
Yeah.
Put it on YouTube. Most of my views come off the Apple podcast, but I'll say my second most views come off of YouTube. Get YouTube.
Yeah, I mean I'm doing okay. So I just put my 3rd episode up yesterday.
Mm-hmm. So before we keep going about that, what makes you want to do a podcast?
You know what? I've been listening to. So I don't know if you know who Kevin Smith is. He did Clerks and Dogma. He's a director.
Okay.
One of my favorite directors. I think his movies are genius. He started a podcast network called the Smodcast Network. Super easy. And it's this. It's just him and his homeboy just talking shit. Just like I was listening to him on the drive in, and they were talking about Canadian abortions. It's just the most random shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And I also listened to this guy from LA. His name is Ralph Garman. He was on the radio in LA. He does like voices and shit. So Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman have this podcast called Hollywood Babylon. It's just talking shit about celebrities and making fun of people, and it's just lighthearted and shit. So I went in to my therapist's office to deal with my PTSD and stuff.
Mm. How many times did you deploy?
Twice.
Okay. All right, keep going.
And my therapist was like, "Have you ever thought about a journal?" I said, "I'm not a writer, not really." She was like, "What about a podcast? You just sit in front of a mic and talk. Even if you don't publish it, you get your thoughts out, and it clears your head for the day." So I've been wanting to do one for a while. It just, I never pulled the trigger on buying the mic and buying the headphones and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day my wife I told my wife, I was like, babe, I'm going nuts. I need to start this podcast. And she was like, do it. Thank God for Amazon Prime. I had the mic in a day. I had the headphones in the stand in a day. They got there. I set it up. I recorded an intro, just explaining what the podcast was going to be. This has been I've been doing the podcast for about 2 weeks now. I only have 4 episodes up. But I do heavy editing. I go in and I take the background noise out. I, splice the intro and I fade it in and fade it out and shit like that. So I found the last 2 weeks I've slept a lot better just doing podcasts because my mind is clear. Mm-hmm. My mind isn't racing when I go to bed. Mm-hmm. It's not, I don't have anybody to talk about this. My thought is, even if nobody's listening to my podcast, I have somebody to talk to, myself. Even if I'm just talking to myself, I'll listen to it.
Somebody gonna listen.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna listen.
So eventually, I've got that help where it's like, it's an audio journal almost for me. Mm. So I love it. Even my wife, I told my wife today, I said, hey, I'm gonna go do this podcast, Sarn Owens, and we'll probably kick it about an hour, maybe 2 hours, and see where we go. And she was like, you know what, babe, do what you have to do. I got very lucky. I have a very, very supportive wife. She was never in the military, and she doesn't try to understand that world. Mm-hmm. But she's like, if this is helping you, do what you have to do.
Oh man.
So
what other that's great. That's great. I just want to ask before I forget. What other podcasts do you listen to?
So I listen to, like I said, Hollywood Babylon, Smodcast.
I'm trying to find one that we both listen to. I listen to comedy, so
that's all of mine are comedy too. Okay. Let me tell you, all of the podcasts that I listen to. Some of them are a little ridiculous. So I listen to this one podcast. I don't watch The Bachelor or Bachelorette, but I listen to this podcast about The Bachelor or Bachelorette called Will You Accept This Rose? And I listen to it because it's a bunch of comedians sitting around like this talking shit about stupid people on The Bachelor. They're just like, this guy's a fucking moron. And it's just funny. It's just funny to hear semi-famous celebrities talking shit about people on reality television. Mm-hmm. I listen to what used to be called The Nerdist with Chris Hardwick. I listen to About Last Night, Edumacation, More Stories, which is Jay Moore's, and then Fat Man on Batman. I have a couple of different ones. Let me see. Joe Rogan.
I don't. That's a lot of stuff you just said. The only one I knew. I don't listen to it. I don't have this podcast on my phone. But every once in a while, when I'm available, when I'm having free time at work, I'll watch some, or even at home, I'll watch some of his videos. Yeah. He has videos on YouTube from his podcast. Yeah. He have him, this one like fat Italian guy who used to do
Joey Diaz.
That's his name?
Yeah, Joey Coco Diaz.
That dude is fucking funny, man. Yeah. That dude has some stories. He has some stories. Yeah. So I watch videos on that. But my podcast, like I said, I love comedy. The podcast I mainly listen to, the first podcast I ever listened to was the Brilliant Idiots podcast with Charlamagne the God and his comedian.
See, Charlamagne the God is a fucking asshole.
Man, he's a great guy. What are you talking about?
This is what I'll give Charlamagne the God. Go ahead. He is unbiased. If he thinks you're fucking retarded, whether you're Diddy or you're goddamn Lamar Odom, he doesn't give a shit. He's gonna call you fucking retarded.
Don't give a day does not discriminate.
No, not at all. But I think Charlamagne too, sometimes he goes too far with his shit sometimes. And look,
give me an example.
I stopped listening to him 5 years ago, so I can't. But I'll tell you this. Charlamagne, the one thing that I really do like I said, is he doesn't discriminate. But he gives credit where credit's due too. So
he does,
when Drake and Meek Mill had that beef, and Drake had that line where he said, "You gonna make me send bottles to Charlamagne." Charlamagne got on Twitter, got on Instagram, and was like, "This motherfucker really did it. Look, 6 bottles of rosé or Ace of Spades or whatever fucking $1,000 bottles."
I can't remember what it was. Yeah.
So I'll give Charlamagne that, but for me, I'm just like, okay. Actually, I will give you an example. You know Chanel West Coast, the little white girl who wants to rap. She's on Ridiculousness with Rob Dyrdek and shit. She signed to Cash Money.
What's her name?
Chanel West Coast.
I think I gotta see her face. Keep going.
So she's absolutely trash. 100% trash, right? But she's a cute little person. She's funny. She has her personality and shit.
You said she's cute.
I don't mean cute like I would fuck her. I mean cute like she's adorable.
Okay.
Charlamagne sat up on this ridiculous stage, and I mean, I thought this girl was gonna kill herself on stage. Like, just ate her face. Just was like, this video's about as serious as Chanel West Coast rap career, and I mean, was talking shit to her face. And I get it. You want to be edgy, you want to be this, and you want to be that. But sometimes you have to be professional too.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like he's just being real. He's just being honest about it. It's like I feel this is how I feel. If you don't fuck with me, and you telling people you don't fuck with me, make sure you tell me you don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't be talking down on me to the other motherfuckers, and then when I'm in your face, it's all Gucci.
It's love.
Like one thing he say, I know you said you haven't been to him a couple of years. He say, keep that same energy. Don't be on the radio talking about, this nigga garbage, this nigga trash, blah, blah, blah. And then when he come do an interview, you go, well, I didn't like the album. No, keep that same energy.
Yeah.
So that's the thing he about. But I love that's the first podcast I was listening to. What to Bring Is podcast. Now, the comedian on there, Andrew Schultz, he's like a B or C list comedian, whatever you want to call it. Super funny. In the beginning of that podcast, it was really raw. But Charlamagne, he's grown and he's more big now, so he wouldn't say himself. He's a little more politically correct. Yeah. He's not as raw he used to be on the podcast no more.
Yeah, that motherfucker. When I was listening to him, did not give a shit.
Yeah, he ain't cleaning up her hair. Or nose with hair.
Who was that broad from Love and Hip Hop that went on the Breakfast Club? And he was like, he told this bitch to her face that he would suck a fart out of her asshole. I was like, Charlamagne, like, I get it. She's fine as shit. But god damn, Char. God damn.
Fuck it, I'm with it, man. I love Uncle Charlamagne, man. I love Uncle Charlamagne.
He's got his ups
That's
and
my
downs.
guy.
He's just not my favorite shit.
All right, he is mine. I disagree. He's mine. But the comedian, the guy Andrew Schultz, he started 2 other podcasts. I listened to one of them. It's called Flagrant 2, No Easy Buckets. It's him and a couple other guys. Him, Cass, and Hakai Singh. They like Hakai Singh. He's like an Indian comedian. Mm-hmm. He's funny too. They real flagrant on that one. If I recommend anyone, I recommend that one.
Okay.
TK Kirkland show. He is a comedian named TK Kirkland. Mm-hmm. But he gives like relationship advice for like people. Tax Season. The guy named Tax Stone. He do the podcast.
I've heard of that.
Yeah,
one.
He's in jail now though, but it was real good. The Gary V audio experience. I don't listen to it often. Every once in a while I do. He releases a lot of content, but he kind of like he's somewhat of a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Gary V. But it's Gary V is short for Vaynerchuk or whatever. He's Russian or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And on this last one, I want to say for last, the Ben Shapiro show.
Yeah.
Now I don't listen to this all the time, but every once in a while I do. And it was like, I don't know, like what we do realize, but we don't realize it. As people, a lot of times, when everyone says something, you kind of believe it. Mm-hmm. And it was like, I can't remember the name, but just every time I heard his name, I heard negative things about him. So without me knowing him or even seeing him or even hearing nothing he said, in my head, this was the most racist, mm-hmm. every negative thing you think, this is what I thought this man was. And I think it was Joe Rogan. But it was somewhere I heard him talk and I was like, well shit. I agree with what the fuck he's saying. And then I heard him say, then I watched some more videos on him, heard him say some other stuff, and it's like, I disagree with what he's saying, but he damn sure made good points. Mm-hmm. He made good points. See, I don't mind disagreeing with somebody, but you make good points. Hell, I might agree with you, but disagree with your points. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm not a robot. I'm not a stand. like much I love Charlamagne, I don't agree with everything he does. But anyway, but like I said, I listen to Ben Shapiro show sometime here and there. I agree with some. I like some of the things he's saying, and the way and like I said, some of the things he say, I disagree with. But he make good points. He's a real good, educated guy. You know,
Shapiro is good. There, like you said, there's some shit that he says where I'm just like, okay, and yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
I just don't agree with it. The great thing about podcasts, man, is one, everybody fucking has one. Anybody who has ever done anything has had one. The podcasts I listen to for the simple fact that most of them are in the vein of positivity and being creative and being funny. And you know, being in the military, I've dealt with negativity my entire life. So, I listen to some military ones. Like there's Drinking Bros with Matt Best. He's a former Army Ranger. He owns Black Rifle Coffee.
Okay.
So I listen to stuff like that. I listen to I can't remember the name of it, but the Hannibal Buress or the Hannibal Buress.
Hannibal Buress.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of his podcast. I listened to a couple episodes, and anybody who outs Bill Cosby as a rapist, I'll listen to your podcast. Whatever you got to say, I'm good with that.
You think he did?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
40 women, that's crazy.
What one thing I say is, if he raped one, he deserves to be punished for it. But it ain't no way I believe he raped all those women. No. I don't believe it. But like I said, if he did one, he should be punished for that one.
I think this is what I think. If he did one, the probability that he did them all exponentially increases. Because you don't rape one person and not rape again. That's scientifically proven. Now, am I saying Bill Cosby is guilty of all of these? No.
Okay, but then if you say that, then what's not to say they pin 1,000 rapes on him? Did he rape 1,000 because he did one?
No. I'm not saying every single one is legit.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is...
Keep going. I want to find the magazine. I want to show you.
Yeah,
keep going.
But what I'm saying is that if you are actually a rapist, right, and one rape makes you a rapist, if you are a rapist one time, the chances of you having raped multiple women are greater than if you had never been accused before. You know what I'm saying? So Bill Cosby gets accused by 40 women, something like that. I don't remember the last number. If only 15 are true, he deserves life in prison.
I'm not a judge, but whatever that punishment for those 15,
he deserves it.
He deserves it. Me, you on the same page for that. But what I don't want is I'm thinking about myself, society, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and being not even being a black man, just being a man in general.
Yeah.
I don't want that whole. How do you know he did it? Because she said he did it. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is that?
I completely agree with you on that. So the problem, you have guys like Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
You have guys like this dude Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, well, let me tell you quick. But this one girl, Charlamagne get her dunk of the day. This one girl got this. It was an early court case. It was an early court case. No one talked about it. It flew right on the radar. Why? Because they ain't what people wanted to hear. One girl accused him of raping her at a Playboy Mansion party.
Mm-hmm.
They went to court. Not only, because they keep record of this stuff. Not only was she not at the party, no. I don't know if they went to court or he got threw out. But anyway, she accused him of rape. They keep record of this stuff. Mm-hmm. It's Playboy Mansion. Not only was she not on the guest list at the party, Bill Cosby wasn't even in the same state when the party took place.
Okay.
So they threw it out. And you know what she would have did? She would have made a rap song about it.
See, that type of woman is a fucking scumbag who ruins it.
Trying to get her 5 million things. But like I said, fucking like I said, I don't know what the number was. We'll say if it was 41.
Yeah.
If he raped 40 women, punish his ass.
Oh, yeah.
But do not put that 44. I mean, it don't really make no difference. You're not gonna look at him. Not gonna look at him any different.
No, but don't add on shit he didn't do.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I agree, and but this is what damns Bill Cosby to me. In 2001, there was a makeup lady who worked on Jay Leno. I can't remember where she worked, but she filed a lawsuit against Bill Cosby.
2001.
2001. This is what Hannibal Buress had his initial point was.
Oh, that joke.
Yeah. In 2001, this lady filed a lawsuit against Bill Cosby alleging that he raped her. She went to the LAPD. The LAPD investigated. But because she didn't want to testify in the trial, they declined to prosecute. Doesn't mean he's innocent, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is what gets me. Innocent people don't pay people $10 million to keep quiet. If I'm innocent, if you accuse me of raping you, no homo. If you accuse me of raping you,
dick talk.
Yeah, dick talk. If you accuse me of raping you, and I know for a fact I'm fucking innocent, and all you want is some publicity and you want some talk time, I'm gonna let you have your talk time. And in the court of law, prove this to me beyond a shadow of a doubt. That's what's great about the American justice system. But again, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
It's supposed to be. But
Bill Cosby has the added effect of being a black comedian in the justice system. Is that rigged against black people? Maybe. I can't say I'm not black. Does it give him a slight disadvantage? Yeah, I think so. Being a black man in the justice system, it does. However, to counteract that, if you accuse me, just like you said, if we got beef, tell me to my motherfucking face. If you accuse me of raping you to the cops, you better face me in court and prove it to me. Because if not, I'm not paying you $10 million. The fuck out of here for that shit.
But now to that I say, his image. Now we're on the same page. $10 million. Get the fuck out of here. Take like Mr. Big said, take that shit to trial.
Yep. Like
some of the NBA players, like Andrew Schultz was talking about this. Here's the thing some women do now. They'll meet one of the famous athletes, have consensual sex with them. She leaves, whatever. She takes date rape drug.
Yep.
She takes it. She go get a rape kit done.
Yep.
Rape kit shows the date rape drug is in her system.
Penetration.
And she just had sex.
Yeah.
She hit you. She get a lawyer with her, whatever. She hit you with. She want $50,000. How are you not gonna get her that $50,000? You know what I mean? Because just the image of it alone, it's gonna look bad. And like you said, just saying that he did it, people are gonna believe he did it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Kobe Bryant cheated on his wife and fucked that girl. He did. He fucked this girl. He fucked that girl. But she started screaming rape on him. Until this day, in 2018, people still say Kobe raped that girl. People still say it to this day.
So this is the thing. So the only reason I will debate that point about his image is Bill Cosby got accused by 35 women and was still out selling out clubs doing stand-up. His image didn't take that big of a fucking hit. Kobe got accused of rape.
It ain't get light. It didn't blow up until Hannibal came out with that fucking joke.
This is after the Hannibal thing. He was still touring after the Hannibal.
But that started though. That started middle America going, wait a minute, Bill Cosby's
America's dad? Yeah.
Because when we saw those shows, those people ain't know about that lady. Like 2001, I ain't hear nothing about that. But I heard about that Hannibal Bird joke.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, even he was still selling out shows after the Hannibal Buress thing. After like 35 women had
not that long.
Yeah,
but not that long. I remember it wasn't that long. It was a couple of months.
No, that dude was selling out shows.
It wasn't that long after that, because you remember he had like a Netflix special coming out. They canceled that shit. No.
There's a bunch of shit. Like there's a bunch of like Queen Latifah canceled the show. Netflix canceled the show. But what I'm saying is,
Queen Latifah.
Yeah, Queen Latifah had a talk show. It was bullshit. It was just Queen Latifah's show.
What it had to do with Bill Cosby?
He was scheduled to be on that show.
Oh.
And she canceled his appearance.
Okay.
Netflix canceled his special because that's what you do. But what I'm saying is non-televised, sponsored shows, just a private tour that Bill Cosby was doing. He was still selling these shows out in clubs and shit.
People gonna love you. I mean,
you're Bill Cosby. You've been doing this since the 70s.
People gonna love you. Fucking R. Kelly. Pete on Little Girl. Yeah. R. Kelly still sell out shows now. Still sell out shows now.
So his image, that's why I would never pay you that $10 million.
Some people gonna love you.
That's why that $10 million bullshit, fuck out of here. If I'm Bill Cosby.
Depends on what I'm making.
They shutting off lights on us.
That's all good. I know. I got it.
Okay.
It depends on what you're making though. Because if I'm a billionaire, I'm a billionaire, you know what I mean? I'm a billionaire and this fucking girl accused me of rape and I was in the same, it doesn't look good on me.
Yeah.
I might pay it off. Now, granted, if it's a totally obscene case where she's saying this and I'm like, I've never seen you before. Let's say I cheat on my wife and I fuck this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I might think about paying her some hush-hush money.
Oh, yeah.
But a girl who I've never seen before, all I ever done is maybe shaking her hand in public.
Yeah.
Nothing. I ain't paying you now. I don't care what you say.
Well, that's what makes the Kobe Bryant case different from Bill Cosby. Kobe has come out and said, I cheated on my wife.
Yeah.
Did I rape that hoe?
They found
No.
They found what I think it was six or seven different semen in her underwear.
Yeah. He's come out and said, listen, I had consensual sex with this woman.
Of course.
You know, there's a song, it's a Lil Jon song and it's got Ice Cube on it. It's called Grand Finale off his Kings of Crunk album. I'm making myself sound very, very old talking about Lil Jon and Ice Cube right now.
I used to follow on Lil Jon back in the day.
There's a song called Grand Finale where we talked about this earlier. I don't believe in separating people by race. It's not what I do. But Ice Cube said, another white bitch lying on D black dick. Like, I was just like, I can't be mad when you're telling the truth. Like, this bitch completely lied on Kobe. And if you look at Kobe, people don't remember that shit anymore. When Kobe retired from the Lakers.
But let me tell you, when it came back up, when he won that fucking Oscar, he won an Oscar or a Grammy. He won some shit the other day. What award he won?
Maybe an Oscar. Oh, an Oscar for a basketball movie. Yeah.
People brought that back. They brought it back up. But the haters gonna hate.
Haters always.
The haters gonna hate.
But Kobe, the reason Kobe survived and Bill Cosby's not going to, because what did Tyler Perry said, and it was a saying before Tyler Perry, but Tyler Perry said, "What's done in the dark shall come to the light."
Right.
And this bitch lied on Kobe and did it in the dark. It came to the light. Now, Kobe has bought his wife a $6 million re-engagement ring, has done all this shit. That's a man who's stupid, knowing that he fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a man buying his rapist off. That's not.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby, I love his early shit, but for me now, I can't listen to it. Because all I have tainted in my head is he's a rapist. Even if, like you said, if it's just one, he's a rapist.
Mm-hmm. But some people can look past it because, how many men have had their allegations put against them?
Yeah.
When I was young, I'm 27, be 28 in September, so I'm a little 4 or 5 years younger than you.
Yeah.
The percentage is low, but women have been lying on men for a long time. So a lot of men, they won't say it on a podcast, on TV, but behind closed doors, like I said, around the campfire, men can go, some of them jokers was lying.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, sometimes you be playing around, not serious, just playing around with a girl, right? How many times have you heard this? You better stop. I'm gonna call rape.
Mm-hmm.
Or y'all just playing around and she just started screaming out loud, rape! Rape! Like, they knew the power in just saying it, even growing up as kids.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the Army. My first active duty station was Fort Hood, and somebody accused me of rape. 9 months I had to go through to beat that charge.
Mm-hmm.
9 months.
What did you
I'd never met this woman before. She was in my unit.
Stop it.
No. I put it on my, I put it on my kids.
Go ahead. So tell the story.
I worked in the armament section. She worked in the auto section.
In the what section?
Armament. I was dealing with the weapons. She worked in our motor pool.
What's the difference between an armament and the arms room?
So the arms room, the armament section is who the armorer goes to get their weapons gauged.
Oh, okay.
So I'm in my shop. She's in the motor pool. And I come, we had just had Christmas leave had just come up. So block leave had come up. And I was leaving, and my company commander, my first sergeant, pulled me into their office. Hey, Specialist Ferrell. So-and-so filed a charge against you. I said, for what? For rape. I said, what? I said, no. I said, I've never hung out with her outside of work. I don't have her phone number. I don't know where she lives. I don't know if she's in the barracks. Like, I don't know this person outside of work. I said, the only interaction I've ever had with her in a civilian capacity is on those mandatory fun days.
Work day.
Yeah. Outside of that, I've never talked to her. So every day for 3 months, I was in the IG's office getting grilled. Tell me you're guilty. Tell me you did it and we'll let you go to work. Tell me you're this. Tell me you're that. And I'm like, no, I won't do it. So I didn't do it.
What was the story?
So essentially what she said was, and this is ultimately how I don't know why it took them 9 months, but this is how I was cleared. She said that she was in the barracks partying. Somebody roofied her and she got raped. She said my face was the last person she saw before she passed out. So it had to have been me.
You mean like you was on top of her, or?
She just said she saw my face. That's it. Okay. But in the military, that's enough to.
Yeah.
So I was like, hold on.
Did she do a rape kit, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah. She did a rape kit, and there was penetration. She had been raped.
So did they check you out?
Yeah.
For fluids? I mean, for DNA, whatever?
All of it. But the problem is in the military, it's not like in the civilian world. So when a rape kit gets done, it goes through CID. Even if it's a current rape case, it's not top of the pile. It gets shuffled down in order. 9 months it took. What cleared me, aside from my DNA, which eventually led to the ultimate dismissal, what cleared me was, I said, what was the date again? And they were like, Sunday, April, da-da-da-da-da-da. I said, I was on staff duty that day. It was the day before I signed out of leave. I was on staff duty. Check the log. My platoon sergeant was like, yeah, he was with me. He was my staff duty runner at brigade. There's no way he could have done it. He wasn't at the barracks. So how did she see his face? Well, in Fort Hood, because there had been a rape problem, they started putting cameras in the hallways. They went 36 hours back and checked cameras. I didn't appear on those cameras once because I didn't live in the barracks. Didn't go there one time. So what they found out was it was a guy with my same last name, but it was spelled P-H-E-R-R-A-L. Yeah. So I got confused for this guy.
So she saw the name, or she saw the face?
She said she saw my face. And then when she described him, when she described me, at the time I think I was 24, and I had this shitty receding hairline, they knew who she was talking about. They came and got me. The investigation got done, and it was just, dude, my life was a fucking wreck for 9 months. 9 months. It was to the point that I told the commander in First Sergeant, I was like, I'm going to kill myself. I didn't rape this woman. I'm not going to say that I raped this woman. You're never going to get a confession out of me. I will kill myself before I admit to something I didn't do, especially rape. It's not going to happen. Well, when they finally cleared me, my first sergeant was already gone. He moved on. He PCS'd. My company commander had got forward deployed to Iraq. So it was just like, oh, yeah, we're sorry. That's all it was. And just, the girl got she got a no contact order with me. My company said, you cannot contact Ferrell. you almost ruined his life. So you cannot, at work, at anything, you cannot interact with him. But that was the most thing that ever happened. Luckily, because I was cleared, it didn't go into my permanent record, into my my ERB. But when I got to Fort Carson, CID pulled me. I was on Fort Carson one day. CID pulled me aside and said, hey, listen, we want you to understand the allegations that you had in Fort Hood followed you. I said, there's no way I was cleared. They said, yeah, but you were still accused. What the fuck? Dude, I had to go from Fort Carson, I had to go up to Sergeant Major Daly, who's you guys' Sergeant Major of the Army right now. He was 4th ID Sergeant Major when I was there. I had to go to his office and the CG's office and talk to them and explain to them what happened. And the CG went into my permanent record and expunged it. It took a 3-star general to get me cleared. So false accusations of rape can absolutely ruin somebody's life. Luckily, I was able to get over it and still have a military career. But for 9 months.
That shit sounds scary, man.
Dude, I was...
And I guarantee you, people, did people look at you funny?
Dude, I got death threats from people in my unit. It got to the point where it's like, whatever, if you want to come see me, you know where my house is at. I'm not scared like that. I don't need MP protection. I don't need NCOs watching my house. I don't give a fuck. I live by myself. You know where I live. Come see me. But it's just to the point where every day
people in your unit,
in my unit, that were closer to her,
gave you death threats.
Gave me death threats. Not one, when I was cleared, not one apologized. Not one. And I get why you're being so protective. She's a female in the Army. You're close to her. That's your sister. I get it. I live with that shit. My wife doesn't even know that story. False accusations of rape will murder a man's career.
I tell you, it's 2 things you know when you get accused of as a man. It's gonna stick with you forever. Being a pedophile and being a rapist.
Yep.
Those 2 things, all jokes aside. Someone get accused of touching a kid. Let's say you got accused of touching a kid, right? And then you got cleared of it. Let's say I believe you didn't do it. But still you don't want to take that. You won't take that chance with your kids when it comes to that.
Yeah.
If you found out I was accused of being a pedophile and then Charlie got dropped, whatever, right? Then you had to go to the store real quick. You want to leave your son with me? You take him to the store with you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just to, you know what I'm saying? Cause you don't want that in the back of your head. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm gonna take him with me. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean?
We're just gonna keep him safe.
Yeah. You're not even gonna, you know.
So I get the people's mentality on that. So it never, I mean, it bothered me, but it wasn't like life destroying.
But what I'm saying is right now, some of those people are at the Army right now, mind their business, and when they think of you, they're fucking rapists.
Yeah.
You're still a rapist to them.
Yeah.
You're still, I mean.
Well, so the girl came and apologized to me. Her and I had a ginormous talk. She wasn't supposed to, and I could have filed harassment charges against her. But it's like, this girl legitimately was raped, has been through enough. Why the fuck am I gonna file charges on her? So she came to my house.
Did they ever get the guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He got killed in Leavenworth.
Damn.
Yeah. Apparently, even criminal soldiers don't like when you rape another soldier. But she came to my house, and I made sure, I made sure there were 5 people there at my house who could witness everything. You've accused me of rape. Don't take this personally, but I have to watch my own back now. And we sat at my kitchen table, and I told her, I said, listen, I'm sorry for what you went through, but you could have ruined my life. Not my career. Fuck my career. My life. And, she cried, and we had our moment together, and I've never talked to her since, but she was like, I'm sorry. I thought it was you. I thought I saw your face. And
do you and the guy resemble at all?
A little bit. The only difference is he's blonde and I have darker hair.
Mm-hmm.
But he has the same fucked up hairline as me. So I
got my dad's hairline.
Yeah. So he, at the end of the day, there are women out there who will absolutely accuse men of raping them for no other reason than financial gain.
Mm-hmm.
It happens all the time. If there are any women which you probably have a lot of women listening to your podcast.
A few.
Know that accusation will ruin a man's life. However, let me digress and say this. If that has ever happened to you, do not hesitate to make that accusation.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about that guy's life.
Oh yeah. Go report that shit.
So
I have a daughter. Heard that you have a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, hell, when it comes to something like that, oh my God, I know what I would do.
Yeah.
I would try to destroy that fucking guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it's fucking, dude. It's amazing, but we as fathers, man, and especially in the military, because let's face facts. Neither one of us are like assassins or John Wick or any of that bullshit, but we do have training that your average father doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
At 300 yards with my rifle, I could shoot you in the forehead 5 times with iron sights. I had to do it to pass basic training. So I do have some training that other people don't have, right? I will tell you this. I will willingly, and you can quote me on this, go to prison behind kids. Behind my children? Shit. Behind anybody's children. If I see somebody fucking with a kid, I will end your life instantly. Whatever. I don't care if this potentially is used as evidence down the road. That's fine. I will end a pedophile's life. Unquestioningly. You don't pick on people that are weaker than
you. Yeah. Especially not kids.
Not kids.
So yeah. Hey.
We got a little deep.
Y'all heard. Hey, you got anything else for the people? We're going to wrap it on up.
Man, just
Tell the name of your podcast again.
Podcast is Outside the Wire. The slogan is no format, no filters. We do what we did here. We talk about whatever comes to our minds.
Mm-hmm.
The Twitter handle is at the OTW Podcast. THEOTW Podcast. New episode just dropped last night. I'll probably be recording another one in the next couple days. So.
All right. How do you try to put up episode?
I'm trying to do the first 5 in about 2 weeks, and then I'm going to do one every single week.
I'll try doing every single week. I try doing with a guest, but it don't happen like that. Sometimes I still record by myself. Majority of the time I try to have a guest on. It flows better.
Yeah.
It flows better.
Yeah, I think
it flows better.
Shit, we're almost at 2 hours.
Yeah. So, hey, thank y'all for listening. This has been another episode of Average Joe Podcast. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Drum dummy.